Hi guys, thought I should tell y'all about this paranormal romance book called Firelight by Sophie Jordan. This book revolves around a girl named Jacinda who is the only fire breeder of mystical creatures called the Draki. Jacinda, being the only fire breeder in her pride, feels like her life is being constantly watched and she's being told what to do. One of the rules of the Draki is not to fly during the daytime, and Jacinda decides to break this rule in order to get some freedom. Naturally, she is shot down by some hunters. She finds herself in a cave alone with one hunter named Will, who decides to let her go. Jacinda's mother, feeling that Jacinda shouldn't be rightfully punished for her actions, decides to take Jacinda and her sister outside of the pride and into the human world, make sure they get into high school, and make sure that Jacinda forgets her Draki side, which means not to transform into a dragon ever again, and make sure that her dragon dies. In other words, get rid of a part of herself. The book centers around Jacinda's desperation to keep a part of herself alive and not to alert the attention of hunters who happen to be at her high school, including Will. She is also quite attracted to Will, as Will is the gorgeous hunter who saved her. Will also happens to be keeping her Draki alive each time they meet. What I think about Jacinda cannot keep a promise to herself, her family, or even her friends or Will at all. Her feelings are on some kind of constant repeat. Like, she wants to see Will. She knows she can't see Will. She gets excited when she sees Will, even though she knows she can't, and she knows that Will is a hunter who hunts down her kind and gets profit right out of it. And then she wants to see Will. She knows she can't. She knows that Will is a hunter. You see where I'm going with this. But I can't exactly say that I very dislike her or that I do like her. It's kind of in between with me. What I really understood was that Jacinda was thrown into this world where she was like a fish out of water. It's kind of like putting a wild beast into a civilized area, and she's expected to be civilized. She has to go through so many moments in the high school where she's trying to keep her dragon flesh from appearing on her skin each time that Will shows up, or when she was at the pep rally and she just couldn't handle all the noise like most wild beasts can't, and she nearly faints because of all the commotion that's going around. Those were the kind of moments where I felt sorry for her and wanted to see if anything got worse or better for her. There's not much that I could say about Will. Will is just the sensitive, really caring guy who you can predict will come in at certain points to either save Jacinda, or you will either be predicting what he says when he talks to Jacinda before you're done reading what he's saying. I'm dead serious. Most of their relationship revolves around making out. You only really start caring about their relationship towards the end of the book, where they get past making out and asking questions because they're curious about each other. Actually doing boyfriend and girlfriend stuff like dating. I have to be honest, each time Will showed up and Jacinda was talking to him, I was honestly thinking about Cassian and what he was doing and what exactly was so bad about him being a nerd Draki and Will being a simple human. Naturally, with these kind of romantic books, Cassian will be just some evil leader of the pride who's trying to hold down Jacinda, and Will would be the sensitive human being that would just bring Jacinda's soul to life. no character development for Cassian later on. Aside from the dragons, there's not much terribly fresh about Firelight and the whole dragon culture thing. You've only got a chance to see that for 25 pages before he whisked away into a ordinary high school world. If anything, I just thought of this book as some kind of guilty pleasure that I'm going to keep up with whenever the sequel comes out. If you've read any other paranormal romance, like, say, vampires or werewolves, then you definitely know where this book is going as you keep reading.